the black. Tell them I ain't coming back. Turn the land for the sea. You can't take the sky from me. There's no place I can be since I found surrender.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This evening, kind of doing a little something. I've been trying to find one of these in stock again for the last like about 3 months now. As some of y'all seen my last videos, shooting 22 NRL. Well, I finally upgraded rifles. I went from the Savage Mark II. It was kind of a whim buy. I didn't know what I was getting into at the time, and I already had a Savage, had a bunch of mags for it, so I was like, I don't want to have to buy more mags for another rifle, and I already had one, so I'm just going to buy this. And it did its job. It was a good rifle. It was a Savage Mark II, heavy barrel. I think it was like a 20-inch barrel. But I really loved this, the Boyd's at-1 stock, and it was adjustable. You could adjust the shoulder, you could adjust the cheek, and it was really, really comfortable to get actually behind the gun repeatably behind the scope. Got rid of that rifle, kept the optic, put another optic on it, and got rid of it because I wanted to upgrade it. I finally upgraded to something that is more getting into that more custom line, that I would almost say mid-tier level of 22 rifle, especially in the bolt action. It's getting really close to that custom without that custom price. The rifle, you saw the unboxing of it, is the CZ457. Great rifle. I haven't even shot it yet. The problem, I don't even want to say it's a problem with it. Let me go ahead and drop this magazine and pull the bolt. It does not come with any type of Picatinny, anything like that. Now, they do that to keep price down because it's such a, it's such a well-made rifle. They're trying to keep the price down as best they can. So it's this simple, very slide-on, I can't even think of what it's actually called, but you have to use CZ-style optic mounts. Well, I was running a DIP 25 MOA base on my Savage, and I've been looking for this one to finally come back in stock. What we have here is the area, as you can see right there, area 419 30 MOA base, and all it does is slide in. It's got 4 little keys, crank it down to 22 inch-pounds, and it's locked on, and now it gives me a actual Picatinny base and some cant, and I'll kind of pop it out of here so you can see it. There you go. It's very, very nice, very clean. It's got marked, I don't think you can kind of see it there, but it's marked on here CZ457, 30 MOA, so it will give me 5 more MOA of cant than the old setup. And I was actually at 300 yards of maxing out the elevation on the Riton X5 Conqueror, and this is the one that's going to go back on there. I was maxing out the elevation and having to do like a 4.5 MOA holdover. But with this one, I should be still able to dial with the reticle and not have to do a holdover at 300. The other nice point of feature is this right here. Kind of see it right there? It is a bubble level. So there is actually a small bubble level in the very rear. That way you can know your cants instead of, get it somewhere around here. I've got it somewhere around here. I have a MK Machining 3D printed bubble level that was on my other one. So this one will replace all of that. So we're gonna do an installation and then install the scope real quick. Okay, we're on this side. I'm trying a different angle here, but you can see rifle is empty. There is no magazine in it, and the bolt is out. But as you can kind of see there's those grooves, and that's what actually those little bitty grooves slide into it, and it is really tight. I am going to put, like I do everything a little bit, I'm actually just going to use blue Loctite on this one because my red Loctite, I think it got a little bit of air, a little oxidization on it. So I'm just going to put a little bit into the back threads where it really locks into the gun, into the frame. But all you got to do, like I said, it is going to be tight. It slides in like so. I'm gonna get it nice and where's that little bitty? Where are you? Where's the Allen key? Bet I put it underneath this. Or did not. Huh. Oh, there it is. Make sure it's loose enough. I don't want to really damage this thing. Make sure it's all fairly loose. And then you see how tight it is. I'm going to get it even with the back section, as flush as I can get it. So, kind of see how it sits there. I wanted to try to get it as even with the back section there. I might bump it just a hair more. But I wanted to try to keep it flush with it. And it's really good here. You can see that bubble level. Once you got that in there, we're going to just take our regular piece here. We're going to hand tighten everything down. Super, super easy. I'm going to kind of do it like you would on a rim of a tire. Just go in opposite areas. But like I was saying, what really sold me on that Savage was the @1 Boyd stock, which, as you can see, this one actually has it. The last one was Hunter, it was Zombie Green, I think it was. And this is their traditional kind of wood. Now I'm just going to kind of work these a little bit. Make sure they're all good. Like I said, I'm just going hand tighten right now because it is 22 inch-pounds. So I'm just going to make sure they're good. I got my little torque wrench, and you can kind of see there it's 22 inch-pounds. And I'm going to torque these down. It's not much, like I'm gonna go back through and just re-torque them. I'll probably go 3 times. That if you hear that click, that is meaning you're actually at your torque level, so you don't have to go any further. And that's 3 times on each one, and that's it. It's stupid simple. It locks in really solid. You could see how much friction was actually having to push that in and get it slid in, so it was super tight. I've heard really good stuff from Area 419. Everybody I know that shoots 22 NRL, they actually run a similar setup on different rifles, or even same type of rifles, CZ457s, and they all run the Area 419 top route. Now I have something for this to go back onto. The great thing is, it should, hopefully, let's see here, let me grab my proper thingamajig. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I was saying a while ago I had a 3D printed bubble level, and this was it. This is the MK Machine bubble level. It's really great. If you need a bubble level, you can just toss it onto a pick rail underneath your optic and have a small bubble level. Big one. Okay, I had to fix a little thing. I couldn't find the actual star key I needed for the scope rings. This is the Arkin scope rings. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on here. I'm gonna go about, yeah, one thing you should always do is also check, make sure you're clear. I'm plenty fine. You can see I've got plenty of room, so I'm not interfering with the bolt knob or anything like that, or ejection. So that should be good. I can adjust it later. And the good thing is, with this Boyd stock, I've got adjustment here in the rear. If I need to go back a little bit, forward a little bit, something like that, it can be taken care of without removing the scope. But I'm gonna go ahead and go right there. Sure, that's good. And see how this works. I'm gonna go ahead and just tighten these down, hand tighten, just like before. Star. And these are 30-inch pounds, so as soon as I get them all the way snug, I'll torque them down 30-inch pounds. And hopefully be getting back into 22 NRL the end of this month. Okay, that's all on there. Swap you out. Great thing, like torque wrenches like this right here are really, really nice because you just pop that down. I can see 30 inches, so I'm just gonna go, make sure, 30 inches. And there it is. You can kind of see that little green line there. That's 30-inch pounds. I'm just gonna go on each one time. Something like this is very tedious, but this is getting into precision, and you want as much precision as you can get. And that's it. It should be completely set up. Let's get back up there. Okay, we're back up here, and we've got it all mounted up. I do like that 16-inch look, the scope. Now this isn't the scope here. This is actually a 3D printed shell. So it looked normally like this right here. It is a little high, but I think that's going to be just perfect. The only reason I have that on there is because if you can see there's some duct tape right here. It is not a perfect fit, but it does work really well and kind of acts as a sacrificial baffle. But I've got it adjusted about right where I can see it. The ride time on here has been phenomenal on my Savage I had. But like I said, the Savage had its issues. It was throwing rounds randomly throughout the matches, and especially on the first round, about every stage I would have one high left. It was almost about every single stage. Maybe once in a while it would actually not do it, but the more I shot, the more it did it. So I really wanted to step into something like this right here. It uses a better magazine. These are the factory 5-rounders, which will become my Barney mag, and it fits in oh so nice. And I've got some 10-rounders for it, and that's mainly what I'll be using, but this will just stay right here. That way, if I do have a malfunction, I can pull the mag out, put that mag in, and get it back up and going. And it also has Velcro on this side. So you can actually take like your dope card, stick it right there if you need like an extra dope card. Like if you know you're going to be running a couple stages and you want to go ahead and pre-plan and you already know everything, you can write everything down, because that's you can just take a dry eraser and mark on it, or a permanent marker, and just wipe it off. But there it is. I can't wait to shoot this thing, get this thing zeroed in, and actually see what this thing is capable of. My Savage with CCI target, which isn't the best, but it is a good measurement. I was getting between 3/4 of an inch and an inch at 50 yards. So that's what I mainly have. So I'll try that and see where I'm at. A buddy of mine has the same similar setup. His is in a different stock, and his gets 1/4 of an inch with like SK Ely really good stuff. So I'm expecting at least 1/2 inch with that CCI target, which will be plenty for me because I'm a mediocre shooter, really still learning this stuff. But hopefully this weekend I might be able to get out and zero it, maybe adjust the scope a little bit. I've got plenty enough time before the next match to actually get everything where it needs to be. But as you can see, it is now on there. Been since my trip to Albania, I've been looking for these things to come back in stock, and they finally did. So if you're not shooting competition, I would really recommend get out there and start shooting with friends and start doing some of these competitions. Like this right here is probably the hardest competition I think you can do. It, by far, leaps and bounds will make you a better shooter. So y'all get out there, have fun. See you on the next one.